Hello, it is Lord Haywire. I am streaming some 2D 4X game creation here. One day I'll come up with a name for this thing. Um, I am still moving everything. I think we're probably halfway done moving everything from Unity to Godot. Um, I'm trying to create him on my Discord channel. If you want to join, create like a C# Godot support group. Uh, Maybe you can help me and I can help you, whatever. We can help each other figure out how this works. I don't find that much support online for the C# part of Godot. So feel free to join me. Anyways, enough advertising of my own shit. Uh, so what we were doing last time was making it so we want to stack the heroes when the map's going. And before I ran a little test and the mouse didn't click through, so we got to make this pass. We can actually probably ignore, but I'm wondering this one probably has, because we had to do some crazy dumb shit to get uh, things to work. So hopefully this will solve that problem real quick. And then we'll look at our GitHub project. This thing is all open source, so we should be able to spawn somebody here. Yeah, now we can click on them, and then they should be able to move. And everything seems to be working in that case. I turned off the background map just for fun, just so we had a different thumbnail for YouTube, because YouTube generates thumbnails automatically, and I'm too lazy to make my own because I don't want to. I just don't want to make my own thumbnails. Anyways, let's go to here. Oh yeah, we need to put a name on the label. That we did that last time. We haven't tested it yet, and I don't even know if it's saying the name. I didn't even look what we just did. Number of heroes in the stack is what we're gonna need. Then we're gonna go stacking, and then we'll finally be to there. We have some other little bugs we got to get through too. And that none of this shit is going to happen. Yeah, I mean, some of it's gonna happen today, but not. We're not gonna. Uh, so let's actually look at this hero here. Any hero that Richard Walker. Yeah, I don't think look how tiny that is though. Nah, yeah, it didn't update and it's way too small. So let's figure out what's going on here. We were kind of fucking around with this. It was surprisingly a pain in the ass to get this to work because we had to like blow it up and reduce it, and it was just a pain in the ass. So we got this label control that I think is scaled. Yeah, it's scaled to 0.05. Let's make it a little bigger. It's still centered. So we just doubled the size of it. Let's see how big this looks now. We'll pick a different spot man, that shit's still really small though. I mean, how close are we going to be playing the game? Probably like way out here. It's pretty much unreadable. So maybe we need to make it even bigger. Let's go 0.15, but now everything's hitting there. Man, what a pain in the ass. We got to be able to distinguish between these things is the deal. I feel like you're going to be playing it pretty far out, and that is unreadable. The text moves nicely. Sometimes I remember in Unity, sometimes the text would lag behind a little bit, and I had to do something to fix it. I can't remember what it was. I think that's as big as we're gonna make it though. 0.15, and we want to move this up a tiny bit though. And I think how we're doing this actually is, yeah. So we're gonna have to make this control bigger, and then how did we do this? I already forgot. Yeah, so let's go 50 by 50. Oh, it's not centered anymore. We're gonna figure that shit out too. Everything was surprisingly a pain. Well, now it's too high. So let's go 45. Let's go 45 by 45. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And so what we'll do is we're gonna say this is gonna be called name, because we had to do this funky shit to get stuff to work. This is going to be token. I want to call it canvas, but it's not a canvas. So I guess token control is fine. And then we'll duplicate this thing, and we're going to have this thing we're going to be turning on and off on its own. Stack count control county control. I mean, I figure while we're here, we'll do this. Oh, that's not centered anymore. Stack count label, and that's just going to be a straight number. Let's fix whatever's going on here. That's not centered is the problem. There we go. Now that we got this figured out, it's much easier. This is not going to be here. I think we'll put it on the left-hand side. This is going to be a number, let's say 5, and we'll go. Oh, wait. We can't do it. This we do centered. This is the one that we got to fuck around with here. No. We want, oh God, this is going to be a pain in my ass. Again, another pain in my ass. I should probably make sure that I'm actually streaming. That's the key thing. All right. I think anchor left. How did we do this? I want this to. We have to move this thing. Did I move the? There we go. I just moved the wrong thing. Because we had to put this other control to make this work, right? So that is how we want it. This is so fucking small though. Maybe we should make the whole thing bit like the token itself bigger too. That's why we're doing this in baby steps. Because I have a feeling you're going to be pretty zoomed out. Like when you want to go to another place. I guess it, you know. We can double the size of everything. That token would be huge though. So like, look at this one. This one's gonna, yeah, we're gonna have to move the capital, which is fine. I mean, the capital is not representative of where the thing actually is. It's just kind of supposed to be like the center-ish of, you know, if you had it centered in the actual thing, it's gonna not show up right. You know, it's gonna show up over here or somewhere weird. And because these are not squares or rectangles or whatever, we want to manually put them. So I guess we'll just leave it like this for now. We'll worry about this later because we're going to probably change like the graphics and stuff. That 5 is in a fine place. Everything's fine there. So now that we have this shit done, I already opened up this. We're going to want to put in an export private label here for the stack count label. I just have typed county in so many times that now my muscle memory is county. I no longer, so this code is from Unity, and it was called select token because in Unity you have a different script. You can have like 50 different scripts on a node. I no longer like it being called select token, so maybe I'll rename it at some point. So I had like a select token script on the thing, and then I had another token information script, or yeah, etc., etc. So let's see here. What do we need to have happen when this thing spawns? So we need to look at how object browser. What the fuck is this? Get that out of here. We're clicking this. We obviously are not filling in the right information when this thing spawns. So let's go to our, well, did we finish our, put a name label on the hero, number of heroes? So we'll knock these two out at the same time. when we spawn a hero, that is going to be down here. I'm in a very like mellow state today. I don't know what's going on. Uh, I think it's a checkbox. Recruit? No. Uh, it is a checkbox that actually is on this thing. It's whatever this is. Hero list button. So we spawn them with the checkbox. And then we're assigning the spawn hero to their token there. How are we going to do this? This can get out of here. The hero token has these things. So we can't rename these, which is fine as long as we do it right. So spawn hero. Select token, county population equals county populate. What the fuck are we doing here? Oh, right. I had to, it's been 5 minutes. Win, how's it going? One came over for some food like last night or the night before, but generally no. They've been kind of just there. I saw one climbing away from me up a tree, which is weird because generally, when they see me, they're like, "Oh, that's the guy with food, and he'll give us food," and they climb towards me. They're not very. You would expect them to be more um, agile. They're not, and they often like climb down trees face first, and they look like they're gonna eat shit the whole time. And you're like, I don't know, man. You might want to turn around. Just got home from work, huh? That's always nice. Back when I was a drinker, the beer. That's when the beers started, and I was always so happy to get home. Um, Now I kind of want a beer, but I had the day off, so now I don't have an excuse. Um, so there's a tree in my backyard that's like splits. The trunk splits, and sometimes they go down it. They put their paws on both trunks and they go down it face first. Like if you were filming a comedy, that's how you would have someone climb. Um, so I think we need to get with these things. And let's put some comments in here because my brain doesn't work. Uh, Update the token's name label. I know like it's gonna obviously be that, but I just want to break some shit up here. It's gonna be spawned hero get. Oh wait, it's too deep though. Did I just put that? I just put that thing on this list. Where the fuck is this thing? I just put it right here, so we don't even need to do that. It's right here. Select token. We can just do this. Select token. I like pre-planned and then immediately forgot. Select token. Name. Except that I make it private. That's like a classic maneuver here. So when you play some, I did make it private. You play some Shadow Empire. That game's pretty good. I've been playing it again. I needed like a turn-based game that I could just, so I could just do a couple of turns every once in a while. And I was like trying to think of one, and I was shocked. I couldn't think of one that because turn-based games are like my bread and butter for the past 20 years, and I was like, I can't think of a single one that I want to play. What the fuck? And then I was like, wait, Shadow Empire. It's like that's like the perfect one. And so this is gonna be kind of where's our info here? This is gonna be We're gonna have to do a two-stepper here. It doesn't look like we have the token info here yet. Um, that's not gonna. That's what's your. What is my? forgot forgot how things token movement. Um, token info is my other game. Joker, how's it going? Um, so you know what? This run I made sure I did not have the giant monsters because I feel like it really slows down your yeah, token info is my other game. It slows down your start. You have to mentally be prepared. We're still working on the labels. The fixer function, county population. So what we're gonna do, we already have this here. I just forgot what game I was making. County population. We want this token label to be first name, squigs, space, county population, last name. Forgot a key component here. Oh no, no hex. I only stream Hex Team every once in a while. But yeah, no Hex. It is the same like token looking thing. Uh, I think I'm doing the right one. All right, I am. I use those because there's that one icon site that has whatever 4,000 copyright free icons, and it's worth just using those. Yeah, this is definitely a similar looking thing. And it's not gonna. So this one's gonna have more like the token. Um, this one's gonna have more of like the token thing. I'm gonna hire an artist for the Hex Demon to have like. I don't think it's gonna be a portrait, a side view. I think it's gonna be like a 3/4 view. There's a. I originally wanted to do top down stuff for both of them, but I don't think top down actually looks that good. They either have it like the person's like leaning way back, or so you can see them, or you don't see enough of them. Um, what does ISO stand for? So then we're gonna also, so when this thing spawns, we're actually gonna have, let's go back to this. This thing needs to be hidden right up. It needs to be hidden. It's gonna start out hidden, and that's actually all that we need right here. It took me 20 minutes. I've never played Stardew Valley. Interestingly enough, kind of isometric. I don't know. Yes, let's say yes to isometric. Um, Interestingly enough, I bought my parents a PlayStation because they're getting older, and they got it like yesterday, the day before. They already lost a controller. They're like kids. Uh, but why was I going over here? I was gonna hit play, I think. Um, but I bought them Stardew Valley because I thought that that would be a game that they would be into, and um, they're already having issues. Lord whatevs. Okay, so this didn't. Oh, we didn't drag over the thing. We need you and you. I don't know. I don't know how they. That's the other one. Lord Dickweed's in the other one. That's the other game. Um, okay, we got him. So it's really so small. I'm just not going to worry about it. So this is working. And then over on the heroes stacker, so want to rethink this whole thing. I think we might use the list change notification thing. Um, so on the hero stacker, what we need to happen, let's think this through here. So like when this guy, well, we need another, oh, there's no one there. We need a thing here. Michelle Morris. So when this goes over there, it needs to stack this one, but it also needs to stack this one. If there's tokens here, then there's more than one token. What's going on there? Resize the label with zoom. That's a good idea. Who's the lord of the dickweeds? Who's the highest lord of the high lord of dickweeds? Yeah, that's not good. But that's part of the heroes thing. No, that's a good idea. Label zoom. Let's put that under this one. Labels change size depending on the level of camera zoom. Let's put that down here. I was going to reorganize this, but who gives a shit right now? All right. Right. Wynn made me do it. It was his fault. All right. So I think we should go back to this thing that I said I didn't need before. I was thinking about it before and I was like, man, that sure would make life easier. And I looked at another way to do it as well. Let me fire up some Chat GPT. There's two different ways to make. So basically what I want to do is make something happen when a list changes. And I'm going to bring this over here. When a list changes, we can do an observable collection. And the reason why I was curious, or why I didn't use this last time. I used this other way, but just someone in chat helped me. Professor Stevenson, I think is what his name was, or is. So we can try this observable collection. I don't think Professor Nye's cruising Twitch. Maybe he is, though. I'm always shocked when I'm like, so-and-so's Twitch career is taking off. I'm like, whatever person. It's usually a porn star, actually, that I see the headline. I don't know why. Let's see. Isn't Bob Ross dead? Or does he have a son? I think he has a son, right? Let's look at this other. I know I deleted it all out of here. Let's pull this other code and look at it again. That would be in like count. Oh, all right. So that was the issue. Where would this thing be attached? This thing would be attached to each county. Yeah, it would be attached to each county, which isn't the end of the world. It would also, we're going to have to distinguish it for the AI not to do it when the AI is moving shit around. Otherwise, I'll be stacking all the time. I'm patiently waiting for something to open here. This poor computer. I just need to do a fresh install. I know I say that every stream. A fresh install of Windows. Okay, so this is list with notify. Man, this is all right. I did put some notes in here. I don't know what any of this shit means though. This makes this function like a normal list. if list count is not equal to 0, return the list. Else, we put a debug thing in there. Set the list equals value. This makes this make the normal list work. Actions work correctly. If you need to do other things to the list, we need to add them to here. This is nor a state, nor a method. Man, there's a lot of typos in this thing. And where did I have this? I had this in my county stacker thing. County hero stacker. Let's bring this over. And then we had it looks like an event. No, what the fuck how did this work? Okay, we had list with notify. I guess we're bringing all of this over. No, it was working great. It actually solved so many issues. And that's why I was thinking about it more. And I was like, you know what? I don't think it's worth trying to not use that because it did solve so many issues. Having the ability for when a list changes for it to like fire something is so useful. So I think we're going to try to get this thing to work again. Here, some of this stuff needs to move. Okay, this is a list of game objects, which we're not doing it that way. Oh, okay, so how we did this before was we had a list of game objects that was a list of all of the spawned heroes. I'm in deep thought. All of the heroes that were in a county. All right, let's think about this. I want to make this as easy as possible, obviously. The other way I was going to do it was when you leave, it stacks the heroes, and when it arrives, it stacks the heroes. Which I guess we could try. What was the issue? I was having some issue back in the day and trying to, this was 6 months ago. I can't remember that shit. I think it was like what was it? I can't remember. Maybe I don't really want to do this crazy shit. We're also not. We'd have to have a parallel list. So let's try this again. Let's try it without this again. I'm gonna comment this out. We're gonna put this shit at the bottom. So I don't have to, because we might need this. So I don't have to go back to this Unity thing and find it again. We might not need it. If we can make this, I was about to say elegant, but if we can make this work, then we'll make it work. This needs to go down here too. Without that. All right, so what the fuck were we doing here? So every county I think is going to need to have this. No, this one will be attached. Hero tokens get parented to a node when they are in a county. They're getting, let's go over to here. Not to there. So they're going to be, they are way down here. I don't know where those people are. So they're right here. When they're in a county, can't the node just offset the tokens? That's what we're trying to get it to do. We want it to offset, like, so in this particular instance, David Mitchell would be, well, that's not necessarily true, actually. We don't know which one's on top. David Mitchell would be the one that is not offset. Well, now he's at the bottom, but he would be the one that's not offset, and the one below it is the one that it's going to need to be offset a tiny bit. And so then when you click on a hero, so let's say we don't want David Mitchell selected, we click him again, it's gonna move him to the bottom, and then the next, and he'll move over a little bit, and then the next one on underneath will go up one. So we have to have a list of some sort, but we actually could use the list, the hero population list in the county, and just like if it's spawned or not, so I can just go through him and be like, hey, is this spawned? But we're gonna have to reorganize that list. Is that gonna fuck up this thing? It will change this thing, but we don't give a shit about that. I think that's fine. If it changes this, I think it's fine. So let's look at one of these guys. So we could put a script on here, and then when we would know which county is leaving, because we have that stored with the county population, where it's leaving from and where it's getting to. We already know that information. That's why going back to when it would just trigger when the list changed, and we could do it trigger when that list changes. We would have to change what that list is. I'm now going back to this idea. We'd have to change that list, would be whatever the list of county population up here, wherever I put that thing. This would be a list of county population that's already, we would change that on the county level. To this list with notify. How often does that thing change? Whenever you recruit a hero, it changes. So we probably wouldn't want that. We would have to have an additional list, which would just be the list of the spawned heroes, which is not the end of the world. I mean, I guess it does sort of matter for the AI, because they're going to be spawning heroes too, but we wouldn't necessarily need that because we're not seeing those heroes. Well, we kind of are later, because we'll see the ones that are around that are adjacent to our territories. Then when we spawn a hero, we would have to put it in here, which isn't the end of the world. Just trying to think of the best way to do this. We went, so that it took so fucking much effort to get this thing working correctly. It doesn't seem like it should be that hard, but every little thing was fucking shit up. And then when we got this list change thing to work, that's when all of the issues went away. Like the minute we've got that to work, every issue went away. So maybe I should go back to this and have just an additional list. And maybe later I'll worry about having too many lists, because that's one of my worries, is like, I'll have too many lists, but does it even matter? I mean, this day and age with the computers we have, it probably doesn't matter. So let's try this again. We're going to go back to this thing again. This is going to be a character body 2D, and we're gonna go back down to this thing. Well, we'll take this and we'll put this in ready, I guess. And we're gonna take this. This can go fuck itself. And I don't think I got the whole thing there. Um, you click on the hero stacker and you get a list of heroes like pop up and select from that. No need to shuffle lists. Uh, so I did a different game, like an earlier game, which is where it was a game where you start a cult. It's starting cults. Uh, and I had a bunch of things that you could right click on a token and it would do you would have options and you could left click and you'd have options and I actually the left clicking options part I had never got to. I did not like it. It looked surprisingly bad, and it's weird because there's so many games that like you right click on something and it gives you a list. Um, and there shouldn't be like a shit ton of heroes that are spawned. They should be relatively. Um, Look at this actions in here. It should be relatively. Like 3 should be a lot. Um, because it would be nice to not have to go through, but this should go through and reinvent the wheel here. And then the other idea I had was, if we go back to here, you would select them like with this button, and that would select them over here. But I think that's going to be weird for, you're not going to be able to, now we can't select anybody. Who knows what we did here. Um, I think you're going to want to click on the guys. Okay, so this is, let's see. I know I changed something that was the count somewhere. I know I did. I remember doing that last time and I got rid of these two things. But where was I using that? All right, well, let's go through and just fix this shit. Token info is no longer token info. What did we call it now? Isn't it token info? My brain is very burned out today for no reason. I actually got like a ton of sleep. That would be probably we can just look at one. No, there's no token info anymore. um, we don't need this running. You can move the top token to the bottom when it's clicked like 2 times. So the next would be then. So that's basically what we're gonna do. Um, I think you can move the top hero token to the bottom when it's clicked like 2 times. So the next one would be So that's the plan. But the problem is we gotta like adjust other things as well. I don't know if we're gonna need order. We do need kind of like an order and layer. I don't think we're gonna need all. We are gonna need some of this stuff. It's gonna be global position though, probably. um, so it's got to update the number. It's got to update the number on the side to show how many are there. It's got to turn off the name because I closed the thing, but otherwise they're gonna have 2 names. It's got to do it when you leave. Um, so if it's greater than 0, what is this thing? We're setting the counter active? Yes. Or greater than 1. So let's do this first. Spawn token list. So this is going to be our spawn token list. Let's just make this work. And then if I don't like it, we can always change it later. That's the whole way, the whole point of this. Spawn token list is going to be the character body 2D, which is going to be this thing. I think this is a character body 2D. It is. In this, we have this in the select token, so we're going to go like this. We're going to have to do select token, which I really don't like that. Not like that. I really don't like that name anymore. And this is going to equal... We're going to have a lot of periods. What the fuck? We're going to do that. Select token. And then we're going to go... What's your problem? Oh, we already did it up here. Okay. I guess I was planning ahead. Select token. This thing is not called counter anymore. This is called stack something. Count label. Show. Once in a blue moon. Okay. So this is going to show that counter. That has a 5 in it right now. Oh, you know what? And what I had before was I had... Okay, so I changed this. So this is what I changed before. We're gonna have like a couple of different things. If we're going back to this way, what the fuck did I call this thing? Spawned token list. That's pretty good. That works. This count is gonna be like this though. That's the thing I changed. I can't believe that I remember that. So then token info, what are we trying to get here? We're just assigning token info. We're the token location. This is no longer needed at all. Is it really this? I guess it is. No. What was this number? What was this thing? No, we're in a for loop here. Is what we're we gotta do. My brain's still catching up. It's weird too, is I like chilled out and did nothing. That's like my favorite thing to do. This is gonna be, because we have this select token up here, we're going to call this and we need this just to be and then what are we doing here? We need to get its location. Oh, look at that. I used to store the whole location there, so that's going to be different. This is going to be not a game object. This is going to be like a node. What the fuck is this thing? Why are we doing that? We get this location for what reason? For this down here, it looks like. Yeah, I see what we're doing. Okay, so we definitely need that. That is going to be... that is going to be select county token dots Where did we? That's going to be county population. This is going to be very convoluted. What are we making here? We're making not not making. What are we? What are we? This is a. That was what I was going to check. This thing is a what now? It's a node 2D. Makes life easy. Node 2D. Uh, token. What did I call it down here? Token location. But with less typos. Get this shit out of here. I don't know what this shit is. It's got to go. Uh, so this is going to actually equal. This is going to be a long one. I love the long ones though, right? Counties, parents, get child, and so here we've already run into an issue here. That issue being that, oh, that's enough. It's going to be, what location are we going to be getting? Their current location. So it wants a node there. Uh, I think this is where it was getting weird. No, but this would fix it. So it's going to stack. If we run this when the list changes. Okay. So we're running this. There's actually a couple of different ways we can do this, and this is kind of an interesting way. We're running this on this list of spawned token lists. So they're all gonna, yeah, location is right. Um, node has no position. Yeah, this shouldn't be called node token location. Actually, this is like the first step. This should be called county. And then then we're going to go to, what is this fucking thing? Um, then we're going to go to, I think we have this in here. I'm retraining myself to always click through. It's easier to find for me to find the scripts as to go this. So we actually want this. This is what we're going for. So let's go back. I got the wrong shit in here is what's going on. Thank you, wind. So this will give us the county. And then can we just go straight to select county? And then except we gotta have a different name there. And you know what I'm gonna do? I have this zoomed in so that it's, well, I'm gonna zoom out. So I normally keep it like 190. I have it zoomed in so it's easier to see on Twitch, and for my poor aging eyes. I mean, we have this exact shit up here because I changed some of this. This hero list has to go. Yeah, this actually, all right, this can go. This is not going to change unless there's some sort of catastrophic fuck up. I was talking to the owner of my work because he was looking for his glasses, and it sounds like it's, I know in my mind that age is affects your eyes, but it sounds like he went through the exact same thing. My stepdad went through the exact same thing where I'm just like refusing to get glasses because I'm a dumb shit. Um, that's not going to work there anymore. This is, and we can go back to select token here. Except this. Oh, we're gonna need this. This needs to go down here. So let me think this through again. So it's gonna go through the whole stack, or the whole list, and it needs to apply that each time. And this one, it needs to turn this on, but only on one. If it's zero, get out of here. It needs to be over here. It needs to only show this on the top one. Um, because we only care about this number if it's greater. Yeah, so it's going to be in here. I don't think, is there an else? No, there's no else in this part. Uh, I'm like rewriting this code to be, oh, except we needed a select token up here. Motherfucker. I guess we can move this down here too. I changed some stuff last time, and I think that's what. I guess this is. We'll get this every time. Who gives a shit? It's very minor. All right, so we have this selected. What else have I deleted here? Let's open up this other fucking thing. Um, County hero stacking. I just closed it. Yeah, one day, some nanotechnology, they'll just inject us and it will repair us back to our 25-year-old bodies. We'll be in great shape. Everyone will be beautiful. We'll be completely overpopulated. We'll go to war over the dumbest shit. I mean, I guess we already do that. Oh yeah, so I just basically changed it back to the way. Oh, I was like, I must be fucking this up, but now no. Um, I just changed it back. Okay, so I remember this now too, but except we need to have like an order and layer is different. Uh, what that is, man, we got rid of token info, huh? I'm surprised. I'm still shocked. I guess I could search. We did it. It's all in token movement, I think. No, in count. We just got rid of, yeah. And we kind of moved it around to better classes and stuff. Uh, so what we need to do here is, and I can't remember how to do this already, but on this guy, it's this guy. Ordering Z index is what we're going to be changing, and this is on the top. And I was doing 100 just for the fuck of it. So token info, we're looking at the wrong thing here. Did I just go back to the exact same thing? I did. So we're gonna have a list of character bodies 2D, and so this we have our select token. We should probably put this. I think I had a getter setter in here that when this was changed, it updated the Z level. I think that's what I did. Or whatever it's called. This is not Z level, the Z. We have so many items in here. Um, I mean, I guess it's not that many, but I was trying to keep it slim. I was wondering if, let me think here. We might not even need to do that. Let's go back to this. Fuck is this thing? You know, I'm gonna pin this for now. I don't think we need that one pinned right now. We don't need that one. We don't need that one. Let's do this. Let's start this at the top. We're gonna go a character body 2D called token, and we're gonna just have it equal character body 2D, and then this thing. I don't like these little dots that are over here. What's up with these little dots? What's your problem, little dots? It wants me to remove some code. Oh, this is where, yeah, fuck you. We don't need this because it already is. All right, so it's going to go through the first one. We're going to have this token right here, and we're going to change this to, what was this thing called? This was, whoops, wrong button. This was called ordering visibility. I did this in another one, so I can look up my code if I have to remember how to do this. Z index. Like, I'm gonna look up my other code. I did it in the Hex Demon game because the token part is very similar. You know, I was looking at a Soul Lash 2. It looks really good, but the first one and the second one like are using the same graphics and the same stuff. And the first one came out in 2022, and it surprised me that this third one came out. But the thing is, like, they're reusing a lot of the assets, which I don't think is bad. I think it's under combat is what I need to look on my. I think when they attacked, no, it's not under. It's under movement, player movement. But it's like half this shit is already done, you know. Is it just Z index? Oh, there it was. There it wasn't. Oh, it is just Z index. Aren't these? Don't I have to do this though? Like one's the select token. No, this doesn't. And one's the actual character body. Because I don't think, can I just put select token here and it will work? Even though this is the script version of it? Oh, all right. So that's going to be that. The counter text. So this is going to be, well, thank you for that too. Select token dot, what did we call this thing? Stack count label. That looks right. And then if it's at 0, we're turning it on. We're showing it. We should probably hide it down here. Because we don't we don't want it to be. I think I made a getter setter for that too, or something, so that I didn't have it to do it this. I'd rather the things control themselves if possible. All right, now what the fuck are we doing here? Okay, so now we're turning on the. Wonder why I did it with I here instead of. Select token. Well, this whole line is no longer useful. Name. And then we're going to go. Then. Trying to save one period. I'm pretty sure this is going to be global position just because. I think we called this hero spawn. I feel like I was messing around with this at another time where I was using the same things and I was running into issues. It was probably my lack of knowledge. Okay, so then what this thing is doing, I was like, what the fuck is this? What this thing is doing is if it's not already moving. So if you're moving a token and it gets there, it should just automatically be on the top, and your token isn't selected, whatever. But if it's not moving and you just clicked on it and it makes it the top one, then it needs to be set as selected. So we actually have something similar to this. I don't know why that one is capital. That must have been a getter setter as well. Wonder what I was doing with it. What did we call it? Selected token. The fuck. And this is where I move this as well. See, this is the problem with moving all this shit around. Yeah, we have a come over here. Thing called token movement now, which I believe. I guess I can't click through to this because it's just a thing. Yeah, it's got a public bool in there. Yeah, I changed a lot of this. So I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah, I gotta do. I'm gonna comment this out for now, and we're gonna fix this because I can see some other issues with how that it's written. So we're gonna. It probably worked, but it's changed. Yeah, we're gonna comment that out for now. What is this fucking shit? I'm gonna take a break in a second. Okay, so we just did this part. That's the hide thing. Then we're gonna go. Once again, I'm not quite sure. Wonder why I did that. I did it with the actual thing instead of doing it this way. Huh. Token dot global position, I'm hoping. If not, we'll get like a cool, hopefully, if it's not, if this is wrong, we'll get a cool thing where it like teleports across the screen or something. We want a new vector 2. Is that what we're doing? I guess so. What the fuck is this? This is um yeah, for this thing I'm not sure. I'm not This might be like something that I don't know how we're going to do this. I don't like how it was done before. Maybe there's a reason. Who the fuck knows? So I might do that, like see if if it's near its place or whatever. Um, so this thing is we already have a select county here, and we called it hero spawn or some shit. Herp spawn, hero spawn, and then we're gonna go. I'm doing 0.1f, huh? X. Oh, here's that bug. So when I originally was stacking them, I just wanted the bottom one to move over, and they all like slid over a little bit, and I never fixed it because I kind of liked it, and now I see now what the problem is. It was multiplying by the I, which is fine. And what the fuck is this? Oh, we just need okay. We just need this. I've noticed like a lot of times I'll be like, there's got to be when I'm moving this stuff over from Unity, I'll be like, there's got to be a better way of doing this, and generally there is, but occasionally it's like, no, the way you had it was fine. Well, fine, no, fine. Like I would say 90% of the time, it's what the fuck is going on down here? Um, Needs to be changed. But all right, so here's the most basic part. So what are we doing here? Okay, so what is supposed to happen here is when the list is changed, it's supposed to stack the heroes, and I think we're going to have all sorts of issues. But there's already one issue. We don't have anything in this list, and there will never be anything in this list because we haven't done anything with this list. So we're gonna have to fix that, or add things when you spawn them. They're gonna have to get added to their list here. Why did I have It doesn't matter. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break though, and then I will be back in less than 5 minutes. Hmm. Okay, I am back. I'm gonna turn off all this shit. What is this thing? I'm gonna put a note here. I think it's supposed to be list.count because that's what we're returning there. Change. I change this from. All right. So the first thing we gotta do when we spawn so we gotta go to that checkbox wherever the fuck that thing is. When we spawn a hero from this thing, we need to add them to the county list. We're gonna have 3 lists for each county. One is the county population, which does not have a hero in it. Then we're gonna have a hero population, which has all of the heroes in it. And then we're gonna have one that has just the spawned heroes in it. So, and we're gonna put a little note down here. I'm gonna start commenting better because I noticed when I was looking at Hex Demon the other day, I knew what everything did, but I wished in my head I was like, I wished that this was broken up better with comments, so I started adding more comments again. Right? Comments are terrible. Um, so add hero token to counties spawned hero list. So this should be, we have select county dot hero spawned hero. What do we call that fucking thing? Select county we'll bring over here as well because we're gonna be fucking with this thing. Oh no, this is so we need to add a whole new thing here. Spawn fucking thing. That's what that's what I should call it. We're gonna need to add a node in here. Um, no, we're not. We're gonna put it right here. I'm gonna think though. Yeah, we'll put it right there. I mean, we could put it in the whole thing in Select County. Select County would need another name. I gotta change that name though. Um, we could. We don't need this to be an export. I guess we could put it here. I'm suddenly like putting everything as an export. This is gonna be hero stacker. I guess so. It's kind of useful to make sure there's something in there. I think I can just grab this straight from here. Like go get node path. Oh, we already have one. We already have the hero spawn there. Um, yeah, I mean, even though like this one we're not gonna be able to like see it, but it's still we still have hero spawn or we have hero spawn there, so this is gonna be where that is too. We just need to attach a script to all these. We only have 4 right now. Is that my brain is telling me? Yep, we only have 4. So with that, we're now back to here. We don't need this. And we need to go to this. What did I call that thing? Spawn here. Hero spawn dot. The fuck was that thing called? Spawn token list. We're gonna have to do a two-step thing, but that's fine. Just want to make sure that this is public. It is public. I don't think we need that anymore. I don't think we need an instance of this. So I was gonna have it. I was gonna have it go to. Um, um, we were gonna call that, but we're not gonna call that. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta do a two-step thing, wherever the fuck this thing is. We're gonna go. This is gonna be a hero stacker here, and this is gonna be called hero stacker, and then we're gonna go, and that's gonna equal select county. Did I not put that? Did I not put the script on the thing? Hero stacker. Select county. Do I have to go? Let's see. Let's move this over here too. I have to go like get script or some shit. Because it's the script that's on there. Then we can go hero spawn on that needs to be hero stacker, not node 2D. Hero spawn on the select. I'm using hero spawn for oh you can go only one direction. But isn't this gonna fuck up that other shit? Because I need this. I need the node 2D. So like on here when it's in use, um, So it's one direction. Like this doesn't work anymore. Well, I'm using it for like moving around the things when they're being stacked. Yeah, like this no longer works. If you get node hero stack 2, so this select county knows what this is, then I would have to do another get node, is what you're saying over here? Uh, over here? Oh, this is a weird song. It's a weird version. Oh, this is like a cover. Get this shit out of here. A cover of a Devo song. No, you guys can't hear it. But I have to convert this back over here, right, to a node 2D. No, it doesn't work. Would it work if, but it should work if you get node hero stack 2. I guess I don't understand what you're saying. Because if I turn this into a hero hero stacker, then these other things don't. Where's the hero spawn declared? Right here. Do I have to change this too? So why is it only one direction? And what I mean by that is, why can you, if you're telling it that it's the script, why can't you do it the other direction and say it's the node? I guess that's just part of another eccentricity with a Godot. I feel like it should be either direction. You know what I mean? Like if you're saying that it's a if you're saying it's a node, it should also know that the script is there, right? But if you say it, but it doesn't. But if you say it's the script, it also knows it's the node. Um, so then we would go back to here, and we would go insert. Oh, we got to put a 1 or a 0 or something. I think it's a 0. Let's double check. Yeah. I think that's what was fucking me up earlier. So thank you for telling me. So I think I was trying that, but I thought they knew both. You know what I mean? Like I thought the Node 2D knew what it was, but it's the other way around. So that should. So I've been double stepping like a bunch of stuff, like where I do what I just did. And I think if I do it the other way, I don't have to do that. Um, so it's also like back to that question, like where mine, when I was looking at your code, um, yours has like a whole thing that makes it look like it's more part of this, and C sharp, it like looks like it's a separate thing, if that makes sense. And I think that that's weird. Um, so anyways, Inheritance, yeah, it is inheritance because it doesn't make it. It feels like it should go both ways, if you know what I mean. Anyways, um, oh, I crack myself up. All right, we spawn this guy. He gets inserted in the first. We want him at the top of the list, so he's there. And then there's another time we got to do this though. When he reaches the destination, well, when he leaves, he's got to be taken out of the list, and he's got to, or it's them, they. It's rude, even though it's not a real. It doesn't have feelings. Um, Token movement. So when it reaches a destination, we want it to. Well, let's have it when it moves. So the minute it moves, we have to take it out of the list because we want it to stack behind the list. So what do we got here? So this is should. Oh, except it's going to do this 150,000 times as it moves. So we don't want to do that. We want it to be. We want it to be where. When you right click. So this is going to be. Where did we remove it before? From that other list. Reach destination. Oh, okay. So we're when it reaches the destination, we're removing it from the. That's not what we want, actually. We want it to go. Oh no. We want it to go away. We're gonna actually need that as well. We just don't want to cut it. And we don't want. Oops. We don't want this here anymore. And we don't want this here. And we want this up here. So when you right click, we wanted to remove this stuff. So it will be immediately removed from the list. I thought we were already doing that. I guess it was only changing when it got to its destination. So we want this to be. I just need to fill this stuff in here. Whoops. So that's going to be that. That's going to fill all that shit in. Select county, we're not using that yet. This will remove it from that other list, and then we also need it to. We might be fucking something up here. We also want it to be. What the fuck was that thing called? Hero something. No, not select token. We wanted select county. Heroes spawn token list. So we got to go back over to our thing here. It is public and I have it in there. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I use this. Oh, right. We got to put it in what we're removing here. No shits. Select token gets removed. And I guess it's going to know it's the the character body 2D. What do we got going on here? There's just a little extra thing. That's not true because it's being used right here. Oh, I have it in twice. Oh. Okay, so we need to get this out of here because this is going to be. And then it doesn't know what this is what's happening. It's at the destination. Okay. So when it gets, we had it so it when it gets when it starts moving away, it gets removed, and then we need to add it add to the um, spawned hero list when it gets to its destination. All right, so then this should be select county, hero spawn, insert, get parents. We're going to have some debugging to do here in a second. Get parents. Oh, because this is one above. Gotcha. All right. Now so that works. Because it is the select token is its parent. But we don't actually need this. We'll just use this. Now is when we have issues. I know I've forgotten something. Um, script inherited from native type VBox containers, so it can't be assigned an object of type. Where is this? Where is this problem though? Do that again and see if we can get a little bit more information. I probably dragged something into the wrong spot. Script inherits from the native type of hero stacker Oh, it's got the VBox container there. What is this thing? Where is the hero stacker? I moved it. I put it over here. So this is a Node 2D. Yeah. So this is needs. I originally was going to have it a different spot. It's surprised we're not using this link thing. I guess I can get rid of it. That's a Node 2D. I'll get rid of this temporarily. Hero Stacker Node 2D. Save it again. We have to build it. Get ready. Just making sure I didn't have any old weird shit sitting around in there. Hero Stacker Node 2D. Oh, do I have this assigned somewhere else? Did I put it? Where would I have put that? I could have put it anywhere. There it is. There she blows. Can't believe that's part of the English language. Some fucking whaling shit. All right, so let's do this as simply as possible. Let's first let's just do one. I'm pretty sure I clicked on Portland, but I guess I didn't. I probably clicked right there. All right, we still have we all right, so we got to do this. We don't have the number, which is what we don't want the number, and then we have here the hero here. Their name is here. So now let's move them. Well, can we select them? We can still select them. And off they go. Like I said, at least we'll get if it's done wrong, we'll get some good teleportation happening. So let's see. Teleportation. I think probably just want to look. They were going to Wasco. They were originally in Cowlitz. There's nobody there. They're gone. I think I was sitting in McCowlitz. Well, there's no one anywhere. So let's double check. I want to look at one of these. Hero spawn is there. I don't know why we don't have a capital sprite in there. Maybe we don't need that any. Oh, I know what it is. That's the export, but it isn't assigned there. Heroes stacker has no exports in it. It doesn't. Gonna scoot forward a little bit. I keep slowly rolling back as I stream. But now we're gonna get into the concentration mode here. All right, so the first thing we got to look at is the movement, because something obviously got fucked up uh, when I adjusted something in that movement script. So, all right, so we're gonna have they're gonna move to here. What do we have in our outputs? So it said where they were. I mean, obviously they're moving, but let's do a. Want to make sure that we got the right thing here, and then we'll run it again, and we'll see. We knew there was going to be issues here. At least I knew there was going to be issues. All right, let's start with a different area. So that happened right when we right clicked, when I right clicked, and I think it's because I changed the select county stuff here. Yeah, I copied over too much stuff, I think. All right, so remove them from their starting location list. So this, when we right click, we got the county population assigned, we got the select their current location, which is right, and then it's removing them from the list, and this is what's happening here. They're supposed to reparent, and this is actually, we need to change that anyways. Then they get removed from spawn token list in county. All right, so we got two different things that are that should happen. This is removing their county from the hero list. But this other thing should not have happened. This is, now we're back to like do we want an in transit list? We could have it like an in transit list. Remove token, or no, remove county population from the county's hero list. So those two things are right, but the thing that I cut should not have been done until they got to their destination. So I think that's what was fucking this up. Maybe. So this thing is, we're removing the child, and then we needed to add it back in here. Except the problem with this is so this is that thing where we were getting a parent and then removing the child. So we actually don't need to do that. Joker taught me this. We need to reparent this thing. And then so this should, when we do this, so when it reaches the got to destination, so it reaches, it will move, it will stop moving. The county population is the county population. The select county is the county's destination. We're adding them in there. We're reparenting the token over there. You know what? We don't need this. This is just... you know what, though? Whoops. Let's only fix one thing at a time here. Then the global position is going to be... non-existent anymore. We don't need that anymore because it's going to get stacked. And then its location, its current location is the county's ID. And then it prints that. It updates the hero panels, and then it inserts, the last thing it does is inserts it into this list, which should automatically stack it if it needs to be stacked. All right, I think that's one weirdness. I shouldn't have taken out that other thing. Let's go Portland this time. Rose Bryant, the Rose City. Okay, so you can see where my mouse clicked. I clicked through. It looks like probably this is not perfect. Yeah, the whatchamacallit isn't perfect. Huh. I mean, that's not the end of the world. We're gonna probably fix that. Wind has been writing this. I'm trying to remember what it's called. GSMS? Game map system. I don't. And I've been trying to learn from it to have it generate via color the different stuff like that. Okay, are you going to teleport? No, you have been solved. That problem has been solved. Rose Bryant is here. Now let's move Rose Bryant to there. Rose Bryant seemed to have moved much faster. Grand strategy map thing. That's its official name. Grand strategy map thingy. Okay, so it works for a little bit, and then something has busted. So let's restart and see where we can find where the busting happens. So let's start with Samuel Jenkins here. Maybe it's not global position. Tillamook has 0 heroes in it. That seems right. Samuel is in Wasco. That's right. I feel like they're moving at different speeds. Tillamook has 0 heroes in it. All right, so there's a problem right there. Okay, well, we can also get rid of this. Tillamook has 0 heroes in it. Tillamook has 0 heroes in it. Has heroes in it. I don't know where that is. Generate this hero list. So that was over. Okay, so this is no longer, where did it go? Not there. We needed to go back to token movement here. And select county. That looks right. The county population destination and when we right click, let's make sure the destination's getting set because that was fucked up before. It's getting set right there. This county population is the selected token. Um, hmm. We can put this up here just for organization's sake. Go back. Uh, yeah, this can go up here. And then this can go up here. Also, for organization's sake, I'll get rid of this shit. This can go up here. Trying to organize. All right, so then it's got the select token. It says that it makes it move. We've right clicked. It gets its destination. Feel like this should be above. Before we tell it to move, it should know its destination. Then we're removing this from the county data. Select county is its current location. I'm sure. I'm sure this has happened to you guys. Back when I used to drive, you know, where you like space out and like suddenly you're at work. You're like, "Huh, I drove the whole way here, and I don't even know how I got here." The county, the select county. I think this is wrong. This is when we right click though. The select county is its current. Let's rename this actually. Let's rename this so it's a little easier to. Location county. All right, man. Have a good night. Thank you for the help. Select location county is going to be this one. From the county, remove from the counties the heroes starting location. Starting county location. Got a couple. No. Remove the in starting county location. So this is going to be, it's going to remove, so when you right click, it removes them from the hero population, it removes them from the spawn thing. When they get there, we got the destination, they're being added. This is they're no longer moving. Their token is their parent token, which is right. Select token equals county population. That's right. Select county. They're currently in their destination, but they've reached their destination. Okay, so here's the final. Select county. This is kind of confusing. Let's put this at the bottom and we'll put a note on it. And I guess we're getting it from here. We could get it from the destination. Destination. Yeah, we could just have like their destination equals their location. But I have a feeling we don't. We want to make sure we're getting it the right thing. Weetile, how's it going? Um, so let's see here. So the select county is their destination. The select county hero population, we're adding in the county population, which is our selected token, which is the thing this is attached to. Select county reparented to the hero spawn. What is this commented out thing? Exactly. So I was already using C# from Unity, so I figured that was the. I wanted to keep doing that. There have been times where I was like, "Fuck, I should have just went with a GD script," but I'm digging my heels in. I'm digging my heels in. Um, Sometimes people in chat help me, and sometimes they'll show me big chunks of GD script, and it just looks like gibberish to me, which is a problem, kind of. So I'm gonna kind of like half learn GD script, I guess. I'm gonna poorly learn it. Me, I've done no Python. Well, that's not true. I years ago I messed around with GD script, and that's why I was like, oh, this is very similar to Python. I've done a little tiny bit of Python. Okay, so this is where we got rid of this. This should be able to be removed because it should be stacked in the hero stacker. It should be done. Do you use Godot? Okay, so this is gonna say now their name is in. That should be right. It generates the hero list, which it should do correctly. Select county hero spawn token list. It's inserting this as 0. Change their current location to their what was their destination. And all right, we've done like a lot of little minor things here, so let's see if that solved any of our issues. It seems like it breaks over time. And so when that happened before, it was because of the location and destinations weren't getting updated in the right spot. So I have a feeling that that's what was going on here. I don't know if we fixed it, but Cowlitz has 0 people in it. Joseph is in Tillamook. That's correct. Cowlitz has 0 people in it. So it needs to stop saying Cowlitz has 0 people in it because it should be telling us that Tillamook has something. So we're still got something wrong here. What does this actually say? Heroes in it. Oh, wait. It is supposed to say that because we haven't selected a different county that whole time. Go back to here. Um, we're still on Callet, so it should still be saying that. All right, how does this look? It's I gotta remember what we're doing. Um, okay, so then let's go back to here and see. Yeah, now he broke. He broke. But he's gone. I can still select him, but he's not in the right list. It's got to be the thing. It's got to be their destination and location isn't getting set right. And I bet you there's like it's still confused where they are. Um, what's going on here? Um, we're missing some counties. I okay, so maybe it's the reparent. The reparent might be fucking it up. Um, yeah, we got them all there. I think the reparent is fucking shit up. Joe. Yeah, we lost the whole node. Oh, it didn't have. Oh, there it goes. It just took a minute. Yeah, they're getting destroyed. Uh, wonder where they're going. We know what one was called. Oh, is it because I have the word hero in there? Maybe that was what it was. I had to filter, but there should still be hero. Okay, so it wasn't the hero is being this hero spawn thing, and then it gets fucked up. Okay, that the reparent is the issue. It's not your fault, Joker. It's because I didn't do it right. Um, reparent. I gotta take a piss. Oh, okay. So I gotta put it. No, no, no. I did it backwards. We want this. It like got reparented to itself. It's only the second time I've ever used it. Uh, there we go. We want this to be reparented to the hero spawn there. Jeez. All right, we're just gonna assume that worked. No, I'm gonna test it when I get back. I'm gonna take a quick break though, um, and man, I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. I was gonna tell a story, but then I decided to get. It doesn't matter. I'll be right back. Okay. Break timer off. And play on my music that you guys can't hear. All right. And back to this. We're going to test this. Didn't have any parent to go to. Its parents were gone. It was an orphan. Like, that's probably literally what it's called. All right. And Andrew Scott is now here. So now we get to test the stack. Well, maybe we should move it around some more. Okay, it moves around fine. Andrew Scott. Yeah, see, I couldn't even read his name right. It was over here, too. Tammy, now if we spawn her, she's supposed to come on top. Where it's supposed to turn on the number thing, which we're not updating yet. So I should say 5. Andrew Scott's phone number. Name should turn off. It sort of worked. Some of it worked. Did we, it didn't give us an error for that, but did we connect? We did. All right. So the number, and do we have oh, we have this. No, let's look at our remote. We need to go down to, yeah, it's still off. Oh, wait, no, that one should be off. It's still off. So we're missing hide or whatever. So there's two things didn't happen. One, it didn't move over a little bit. I think the global position is what's going to be the problem there. But that's surprise. I was not expecting that even to do that. So let's go. Let's actually move this to the top so that I can look at it. Look at it easier. Right here. All right, if the count is greater than 1, so that'd be -0, and that actually worked. The label is set to their name. No, this is the count, the stack count label. If I equals 0, it's supposed to show that and show that. It did not show this. So select token. And this is this position got here correctly. But this didn't show, huh? Let's double check this again. But on our local. You know what? I think we got the same thing in here twice. Oh, I know what it is. We wanted to show its parent. Oh, we can't do that? Um, oh, okay. um, the other reason why I stuck with C# is because I looked at a bunch of speed tests, and it went, the fastest was C++, C#, and then GD script. What is this thing? Okay, wait, we can just turn this off. Jesus Christ. We don't need to get parent anything. We can do that. Jesus Christ. All right, let's try that. I didn't get the right thing here. An extra space. 15 minutes have already passed? Jesus Christ. Well, we almost have the stacking done. Except I gotta select the hero. I was like, it's fucking broken already. Then we're gonna put you. Oh, I guess we did update the number. All right, so there's two there. Peter Hernandez is the person we just spawned, and they're on top, and that's what we want. And then you would select this person, but you can't. And I'm betting one of these. I don't know, does this have a mouse thing on it? Should be ignore? I think it's supposed to be pass. 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 Let's try that one more time. It could be some other. We might have some other issue going, but I think. Well, we'll see. It's little things, and then we'll figure out why it's not moving over. Sarah King. I kind of feel like when you spawn one, it should start out selected, so you don't have to click it again. But whatever. Robin Wright, isn't that an actor? So that worked, but I had to click in like a different spot. Um, it's still running. I don't think we have a way to. Oh, we did put that in there. I don't know. Maybe it. I'm clicking. I'm clicking on like all different spots. Huh. Maybe it's just slow. No. Like right there, it's not. I'm clicking away. This is as close as we can zoom in right now. Now I'm clicking all over and it doesn't. Now it doesn't work at all. This happened before, and then it like, yeah, it like fixed itself. Now we're back to. Oh, now I'm clicking through it. I clicked twice. That time I clicked through it. I clicked through it again. That time I didn't click through it. Let's see. It's weird, and this was happening before, and then it just stopped having issues. Um, Weird. What was that person's name? Robin Wright, the actor. So we never want to be able to click to be stopped by this stuff. What is it? Mouse force pass scroll events. You should disable it on the root of your UI if you do not want scroll events to go to the unhandled input process. What the fuck is that? What does that even mean? I don't think we care about the the things there. The mouse. Oh, we can't. It doesn't matter anyways. It's grayed out. What is the difference between ignore, pass? Let's see. Pass, this control will receive mouse input events if clicked on, and the control will receive the mouse entered. If ignore, will not receive mouse movement input events and mouse button input events if clicked. The control will also not receive, nor this will not block other controls from receiving these events or firing the signals. Ignored events will not be handled automatically. This will not block other controls. So maybe we want it to be ignore. The control will receive mouse movement. I think we want it on ignore. We don't want it to ignore the. We want it to always ignore. I gotta set 16,000 of these things. Luckily, there's only one token here. All right, let's save this. Our collision shape is pretty. We have our. Where do we have this? I guess that's where that goes. Um, all right, we saved it. So let's try this again. I probably will just put in a bug issue for myself, uh, since this is not what we're working on all the time. So that worked. See, like, why is that one going through it? It shouldn't go through it, and we shouldn't be selecting Tillamook. There's something weird going on here. See, that time it didn't do it. So maybe it's how we're doing. Yeah, let's put a thing in here. Sometimes you can click through a hero token. Definitely don't want that to happen. And we're gonna put that like on the next thing, but I'm hoping that we can get this stacking working here. I think we just did this. I think we already did this, but double check. And that one's gonna suck. That one's gonna suck bad. But let's look at our code now for let's go back to this stacking thing. So maybe the global position is wrong. Maybe it's not global position, it's just the position, or maybe 1F is so insignificant that we can't tell. What happens if we just put this to 1? Because one F is from Unity. Oh, there, I said the Unity word. I have Unity in the title. One day. I think we're like halfway done. That's the key with changing everything over here. Okay, it is there. It's just that one is very small. One is very small in this. So I swear to God, it was 20 at the beginning. Back when I was doing it before, and that is global position. Let's do 10 and see how it looks. It might be more like 5. And then we have like a bunch of other still smaller things that we want to do for to make this work the way. Uh-oh. Now right clicking doesn't do anything. How did I bust that at the beginning? So I clicked, I like clicked and clicked next to it or something. Well, let's make sure that this works, and then we'll see what the next thing. That's too big. That's way too big. 3. We don't want them to think they can click on it. That's the key. We don't want them to think they can click on the thing behind. That's pretty good. Maybe even that's a little bit. No, that's fine for now. Maybe we want this to be 2. We probably should make this a global variable for ease of change. And we could do it right now. Hero shit. Hero movement target, hero speed, export, public, int, it's a float for some reason, hero stacking offset equals 3, and then we'll go over here. You know, I watched that, the newest one, and I didn't think it was that great. I think I never read the books. Maybe you have to have read the books, or um, I don't know what's. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't like it wasn't bad. It just wasn't uh, great. Hero off stacking offset. There we go. And so that part's fine. We're getting there. We're like half done with the stacking part too, because there's a bunch of smaller pieces. Now let's see if we can see what we broke here. The old, in fact, I'm envisioning it right now, and I'm envisioning the old one. I can't even envision the new one. Who was even in the new one? Like, I don't know. And I watched it someone recently. I'm not like a huge Stephen King fan, but I do appreciate. Okay, I just did it again. I misclicked and I clicked the county. Oh well, now that works. So what did I do to make it so that we suddenly couldn't click on anything? I'm just like clicking random shit, and it doesn't seem to be. Maybe I clicked away and came back. That would be weird if that was the issue. Maybe I clicked it again. No. I just had an idea. Select token. Where are you? Didn't we put in a thing? This stops the click at this event, so it doesn't pass through. Lies. It doesn't work. I mean, it works like half the time. But besides getting sidetracked for that, let's I don't know how I can't break it. It was just a well. Let's spawn somebody like over here. We haven't tested this at all, and they'll move around still. And then let's put them over here. They teleported. Back to their starting location. So when they reach their destination, something has gone wrong. That was so, but that was the stacking must have thrown that off because we know that the other. So yeah, there's something wrong with. You know what it probably is? When they reach the destination, this has to be above because otherwise it's going to teleport it back. This has to be up here. The last thing we wanted to do is we wanted to stack so that we add it into there. Above the list insert. I should have just done something fucking stupid in the beginning and just have like a line of tokens that you picked from. You know, like just you just pick from any of them so that life would be easier. And then we can deal with this later after I learn with more stuff. But I guess this is mostly just C# shit. I need a person to be able to appear here. All right, Francis, can we even select you? We can't because we clicked through the top person. I wonder why that is. He zoomed out of there. Oh, look at that. You can like kind of see it stacking. That kind of looks cool. I mean, you probably won't be able to see the normal thing. So if we click on this, now what happened? Oh, this person's number or stuff didn't ever. We got all sorts of issues. Still have like a half hour, so let me drink some water here. Portland does have one hero in it. All right, let's go back. I gotta like do baby steps to see the and then fix each little thing. So let's first off, Peter Richardson. We click on this guy. He goes to there. And that's all fine. So then we click to here. He's now unselected, which is what we want. Kimberly Barnes. We select this Portland. Then we go to here. I don't want to go into Portland yet. Tillamook has 0. Cowlitz. Then we go back to here. Kimberly is on top, and she is. It does say the right things, but we need so the first thing that needs to happen is we need to make sure that the hero stacking when she gets to her destination turns off her thing. Oh. Let's see. Yeah, so this is going to turn it on regardless of if whoops, wrong one. That's right, but this one is going to turn it on regardless, which is what we don't want. We want this to only turn on if the count is higher than 1. Oh, which is what this is, but this only happens. All right, so that's that. So down here though, we want this to hide. Whoops. We want this to hide over here. I don't know if we have the select token. We don't. We want this to hide. Okay, so if this is greater than um, how did I do this in Unity? So if this is, so that will be 0. Well, no, it'll be 1. And I guess we can just copy this to here. I wasn't thinking. It's hard. It's not hard not to mention it. You know, it's been quite a while. All right. I think that did I say hide? I did say hide. All right. Yeah. All right. I was thinking. I was thinking maybe that what I just did is gonna fuck everything up, and it still could fuck everything up. Yeah. We got to debug. 62. Because there's nothing there. Oh, this, I see what we were doing here now. We were making it so that I see what this was. Um, I'm going to pull up the, where did it go? County Stacker. I'm on the wrong project and the wrong engine. Let's see. I keep closing it because I keep saying we're done with looking at that script, but I guess not. I guess we're waiting patiently again. Yeah, this poor computer. Just, when you install Windows again, it just takes so much time to reset everything. Okay, so for here, we're turning on the name and we're turning off the counter. Where is it getting this? If there's more, if the token's underneath the other one, where are we getting the? I wonder if I had like a. No, here it is. Well, that's weird. So we're turning on all of them. We're turning on all of those. Now I'm curious. I think I know what I did. I think I know what I did. It's hard for me to like remember. It was only 6 months ago. No, 3 months ago. I remember earlier I was like, why is this a getter setter? It's not that. I bet you it's this right here. I was like, why is this a getter setter? Yep. So when a move turns to true, it turns this off. That's why. What else are we doing here? Oh, it was removing itself from a. It automatically removed itself from the list too when move turns on. What else did we do? Oh, it removed itself from a bunch of shit. Then it also checked itself to turn it on. It checked itself. That's how I kind of like doing. I rather have them keep track of their own shit than having some other script. But this is under select hero or something. Select token. I sure have a lot of things pinned up here now. Uh, no, it's under token movement. So what we can do here, if move equals true, was that thing? It was moving around. It was on, hidden, shown. Uh, why do I keep doing that today? Select token is gonna equal. You don't like that, huh? Because its parent is. This thing actually doesn't have a parent. It's just floating out in the fucking ether, I think. Oh no, I take that back. Get parent should be this thing. Oh, I know what it is. Fucking. Oh. There we go. So it will get the select token, and it's going under select token. What would we call this? A number counter stack count label hide. So if it's hiding, then we turn it off. And then what is this shit? Um, I kind of like the idea of having it just remove itself from the list if it starts moving. But let's fix this thing then. And then if we're saying if wonder why we had to do this. I think I had to do that because let's comment this out for actually temporarily. Everything's changed so much. Gotta update this to a capital. Um, what is your problem? Oh, we had that in a different. The Bool shit was in a whole different area. Where are we using this? Now we're really cluttering up this select token shit. If I move it up here, I can just rename it, obviously. All right, then we should have one. Yeah, this is the. I was about to say one of these should be busted. I feel like more than one, but I guess not. So like, it felt like 2 minutes ago I said there was a half hour left of my time that I was gonna stream, and that was 15 minutes ago. Um, oh, this is the one we were gonna get. We're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna do this differently. We're not gonna have this stacking. We're gonna have it control its own shit. It's if it's moving around, it needs to close or hide that thing. I don't know why I keep saying close. This is an interesting color combination. I feel like this is like the old map color, like not like an old map, but like a map that someone would pick in the good old days. All right, that seems to be fine. Let's turn on this. See, now we have a bug already right there. Well, do we? We should be able to click that. Yeah, it's getting Thomas. All right, so how did we do that? Let's write that down. Um, when a hero is already in a county and you spawn a new one, it spawned below, I'm pretty sure. Um, yeah, Chris went below. He's not. He's supposed to be on top. The new one spawns below the current, the original hero. We're done with this one. Might as well get it off the list, and it works perfectly. I think. Uh, Number of heroes in the stack. This is what we're kind of fixing right now. I wrote that down, but that wasn't really. Oh, we were going to test to make sure this 2 goes away. All right, we got to fix this problem first because. All right. So let's figure out what's going on with this spawn thing. Hero list button. Zero is where we want it to be put in. So what I'm gonna do here is Oh, I guess we probably want to. I don't give a shit. We'll just put it with the I right at the end here. Don't give a shit. I just want to make sure, since we can't look inside this list, I want to make sure that we're. So no stacking should have happened yet because there's only one here. And you got to move over to here. So this list is right. In that time, it kind of worked. This person's not selected though, like it did. Okay, it was when I clicked on him afterwards. So that's the issue. It's when I click on him afterwards, we're clicking through the top person. What is their Z whatever? Where are you dudes? Lillian, what is your Z whatever? 99. You're 100. That's right. Norma should be on the top, and she is. And Lillian is below. Um, so that's right, but why can we click through? This is part of that other problem. That works, but uh, this is part of that. Sometimes we can click through shit. So let's go back to the select token thing, and then we'll take a quick glance at this. Then I'm gonna call it a day. Maybe this shit doesn't work how I think it works. You know what we didn't test here? I'm gonna move this over for a second. So you clicked on a hero, motherfucker. Oh god, I have two people selected now. Um, yeah, now I'm clicking through Norma every time. So how does this Z shit work? Because maybe that's the problem. Does it even have anything to do with anything? Is there like what they're ordered? I mean, that's what you're looking at, but does that what? I bet you. I actually kind of like vaguely remember this now that there was like a. If true, the Z is relative to its parent Z index. If the Z index is 2 and its parent's effective is 3, then the effective is 5? No. Wait, what? That shouldn't matter. Um, should it matter? Well, we wouldn't be seeing it in the thing. Pickable. So I wonder if it's one of those things where because there's multiple pickable things, it's like generating an array or some shit, but it doesn't always generate it in the same order. Um, and maybe we should be turning off the pickability. Let's look at this, the set input as handled, because we looked at that before, and that I'm pretty sure that worked. Why were you not giving me any suggestions there, Google? The function seems to have moved to viewport. We're using viewport. Is there a functional? Why don't we just say fuck that thing? Where else were we using it for? Because we were clicking. Okay, we were. This is what was happening. We were clicking through and hitting the county thing behind it. That's why we wanted it to not allow shit through. Um, it's not a dialogue box. I know we did this and it was working. It's gonna be hard to test it. I wonder how we can test this real quick. Because we were also not getting the clicks right. Benjamin Washington. See, it's not clicking through right now. Oh, there was like a little piece of it I can click through. Why can I click through sometimes? It's bizarre as fuck. See, that time I clicked through it. This shit doesn't work. I don't know if it said that I clicked through or that I clicked on a hero. It really seems to be like very temperamental of when this stops. Like right now, oh no, there we clicked through at that time. It almost seems like no, no. My theory was my theory. Oh, that timing. It almost seems like it's specific spots. Maybe this thing, my collision shape, isn't. This thing's running. Let's look at the collision shape on the remote one. What the fuck is this thing? Oh, we can't see it over here. We gotta see it. It says it's on to be viewable, but I don't see it in the game. Benjamin Washington's the man here. I can't see it. I move this over to my other thing. Yeah, I can't tell. It's wait, is its Z index need to be changed? Maybe that's the whole thing. We're changing the sprite. Let's put it this at like 500. Still can't see it. But maybe that's, you're not supposed to be able to see it for in game. I still feel like I should be able to see this. Maybe it's like getting shifted while I move it around or something. Trying to find like a color that's just outrageous to see here. Um, well, that's definitely not showing. But maybe that, like I said, maybe that's like a thing. Maybe we can't be in the debug menu. This is old. Visible collision shapes. I just want to make sure that it's not like, fucking dragging behind or some shit. The debug menu. Let's restart it here. Okay, well, we can definitely see that D or the collision shape. All right, so like right there, I clicked all the way through it. And I clicked all the way through it there. I feel like because of how easy it was is with UI stuff, I feel like there should be a way to block it much easier than this. Trying to think we could do it. How am I doing it in my other one? Wondering if I just don't care that I'm clicking through my other one. I just don't give a shit. It's quite possible because left clicking on a hex and the other one doesn't do anything. Let's go to our past year action here. Don't rely on collision click to manage your user interactions such as clicks. Generally speaking, if you only need to detect a click, leave everything related to physics alone as you don't really need it and you'll just, okay, well, how do I do it with that one? I thought I had to have a collider. The input function is the first one to be called in the stack as described in the docs. Says handled will explicitly tell the engine that the input event you received is consumed and shouldn't be propagated anymore. There's more than enough and should suit your case. However, you can always handle different. Suggest 2. Use user area 2 nodes instead of collision detect using signals. I thought I had to put a collider in here. I mean the node thing, the on click events up here. It's not on the collider. Because I prefer not to have colliders. Maybe later we might want some colliders, but I prefer not to have any. I hate colliders. I have an unreasonable. Um, I don't think we're gonna have them colliding with things. I'm an unreasonable hatred of colliders. I wish you could disable stuff temporarily. I don't want to recreate this. Hmm. Well, if the collider's pointless, yeah, I don't plan to have any. It's going to detect stuff by distance and stuff. I don't think. My goal is not to have any colliders. Or sorry, collisions. Not to have collisions. I just thought I had to have this. Well, I wanted the whole thing gone, so I could test it without it not being there. So like I wanted to disable the whole node, so it would just pretend like it wasn't there. But I guess I could just delete it. You know what I can do is um, duplicate this guy and then delete this one. I mean, it's gonna be upset. That also threw off the count over there, so I don't know. Yeah, now it doesn't detect the clicks though at all. So it has to have a collider. What is this guy talking about then? Generally speaking, if you only need to detect a click, leave everything related to physics alone as you don't really need it, and will just make everything a little bit more hard to handle and less performant. All nodes inherited class include have a built-in input event method which can override and detect any input. For clicks on the desktop platform, you're specifically looking for to detect clicks input event mouse button. Um, that's what we're doing. This thing is on here, but it's under collision object. And I don't have a collision object anymore. Just use the input function then. But where will it know where it's clicking? Just because there's a script attached to this? Input event. If event, how old is this? I said last year, 8 months ago. Who is this guy? Hub fix. The event is captured specifically on Sprite 2D, which means it was clicked. In this case, unless you need it, you don't have to click or check the position of the event. The input function. Just want to be able to look at this on the same screen here. Let's see here. Let's have this convert and see how it does. This to Godot. Sometimes it gives me a head start, but though sometimes it's fucking awful. Uh, Lately, it's been the bane of my existence here. I want to see exactly what this thing says. So this one is viewport now. But let's just comment that out. What is this thing's problem? Input event does not contain a definition for global position. But how would this thing even know that this is happening? Because I remember when we first started this, I did some tests of like enter and exit and stuff like. Because there's no. Well, it doesn't work. Um, no, it is here. Mouse button released on position. How the fuck do I clear this thing? Can you not clear this thing? No. Um, oh, but it just, whenever I click anywhere, it does that. So that's not, doesn't do me any good. Not, no, it just anywhere when I click it does that. So that, wonder what this guy's talking about. Mechanism, since the scenario you described doesn't specify if collisions actually require. No. Also, you don't specify if you want to achieve it on Godot. So I assume you're in a 3. So this is, I guess, maybe because it's 3, it acts differently. Um, let's put the collider back. Okay. And then let's make, oh, we can get this script out of here. This method. It's not a script. Well, maybe I will leave this. In fact, I'm going to leave this for next time. Maybe it'll fix itself. It will get like the little, it'll program itself while I'm not here. But we definitely, this is like a huge problem. Clicking through again. Let's go back to, that's sort of working. Sometimes you can click through. I wonder what it is. It's such a bizarre thing because it stopped for a while and then it's back. And then it was doing this weird thing for a while and then it stopped that too. And it doesn't seem to work all the time, or it doesn't seem to not work all the time. But there it is. I just click through it again. Let's click through it again. And I feel like there should just be a button like stop my fucking clicks. you know? Just stop them right here. Cuz you have that in the UI stuff. There's no note, or there's no anything on there. It doesn't seem to work though. Seem to work all the time though. It works sometimes. We're not passing in any viewport, I don't think. I don't think we're doing anything. No, we have advanced on for some reason. But we're not passing anything in. Huh. Well, this one will be interesting for maybe tomorrow. Might do Hex Demon tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe Sunday. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe Sunday. But let's push this code to whatever. Where the stacking's getting closer, so that makes I knew that was going to be a thing. Stacking is getting much closer to being done. We will commit this shit after I close this shit. And we will commit it. Maybe I'll Google around a little bit and see if I can find anyone else with a similar issue that's somewhat recent. One of the problems I've encountered lately is that I'll often Google and it will bring up an issue in Godot that's open but isn't really a problem anymore. For most people. And so it's a weird so like it's like, oh well, it must be this then, but it's like, well, in reality this thing is like just ignored issue in Godot. um uh, Anyways, that is it for me today. Thank you guys for joining me, and thank you for the help, Joker and Wind. I will talk to you next time. Have a good afternoon and life. Bye.